and welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. Once again, I'd like to welcome you into the kitchen with me because I'm fixing to make an old-fashioned side dish for dinner, or it could be the main dish. I'm going to do some southern fried cabbage my way. Now, here's the fun part. My fried cabbage is sometimes might be red cabbage. It's usually green cabbage, regular green cabbage. Tonight I'm going to use a beautiful head of cabbage called Savoy cabbage. I am very impressed with the flavor of this beautiful little wrinkled cabbage, and I'm going to see if I can't grow some of them this year once the other cabbage is done growing. Now, my fried cabbage changes. Tonight I've got some green onions that I need to use up, so I'm going to cut them up and add them, or I'll use regular onions, sometimes no onions. It depends on what I have in stock. Also, tonight I'm going to be adding some sliced andouille sausage, and sometimes it's hog jowl, sometimes it's no meat. It all depends. With this being said, you know that you can switch up the ingredients. You don't have to keep it the same way all the time. So I'm going to adjust the camera, and we're going to get busy cutting, chopping, dicing, and slicing, y'all. Okay, here's my Savoy cabbage. Beautiful cabbage. Now, I will say that the heads are not as firm as regular cabbage. But don't let that detour you, because let me tell you, the flavor is there. It is a wonderful cabbage, and I've been needing to get it used up. And, well, I figured I hadn't made a video on fried cabbage, so I thought, well, what the heck, bring y'all along. Now, save your cores. If you have rabbits, they love them. Goats love them. Or if you don't have any of that, chickens love it. Or the compost pile loves it as well. And like I said, as you can see, it's not a very tight-headed cabbage like your regular cabbage. But you know what? That don't matter. Still going to use it. I was very impressed on New Year's Day because this is the only cabbage that I could get a hold of. And well, we was going to have cabbage one way or another for dinner. And you want to cut them in bite-sized pieces. I like to do the prep work first, and then that way everything goes smooth and fast. Now, with my fried cabbage, I like to use a wok. If you have a deep skillet, that will work too. But look how pretty those leaves are. That's beautiful. I picked the bad spots off of them, washed them all up, and now these babies are going to get fried up. And let me tell you, cabbage cooks down quite a bit. So just be prepared. This is going to cook down quite a bit. I'll tell you, these heads of cabbage, when you cut them, they have a mind of their own. They're definitely different from regular cabbage because a lot of times your regular cabbage will just stay in place. Not these. These want to bust out and go everywhere. That's the downfall of a loose-headed cabbage. You don't want too much of a thick core because it won't get completely cooked. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A dozen little green onions. Use whatever you have. I'm using these up because they were starting to look rough. You can't tell it now, but yeah, they were not very pretty. I didn't get around to cooking my batch of bean and cornbread I wanted to, so that's okay. They'll go in fried cabbage. And I usually always try to cut my vegetables up first and then cut the meat. Alright, let's get this beautiful andouille. Beautiful hickory smoked andouille. That's not completely cooked, which is fine with me. Because I want it to cook along with the cabbage and green onion. Oh man, you can smell that hickory smoke. Oh my gracious, that smells good. And of course, as always, a good sharp knife makes a huge difference. Let me wash my hands. I'll be right back. course, like I said, this is going to be a side dish, even though it has meat in it. Now, if it was me and Junior, it'd be a main dish. Wipe that water up from the onions. And like I said, I have a wok here. Waka, waka, waka. And you want it to get really hot. Not smoking hot, but hot. Because it's called fried cabbage for a reason. And I'm going to go on and pour my olive oil in. Not extra virgin, just plain olive oil. And you want enough in there because you got to fry the sausage and the cabbage and the onions. You don't want it to just be backstroking in it, but you want enough so that it will fry. I will bring you back as soon as the skillet's hot, the wok's hot enough. Okay, I can smell that my oil is getting good and warm. And like I said, this is going to be a side dish. It can be a main meal as well. You just want to cook more of it unless you're by yourself. This would be a good enough amount. That way you got leftovers for a couple of days. I can see it dancing. That's what you want to hear. Oh, you can smell the spices coming up. Now I'm going to add, which I should have done before, half a stick of butter. Real butter, y'all. I cool that oil down quite a bit, but you'll see that oil will actually evaporate out and also soak into the cabbage. That's why I use olive oil. If you want to, you can use avocado oil. Please do not use vegetable oil nor canola oil. Neither one are good for you. Oh my gracious. The spices of the andouille is releasing into the oil and it smells so good. Now I'm not going to be adding seasoning until towards the end because I don't, dealing with the oil, I don't want it to scorch. And I want to get a little color on the sausages. I want to flavor that oil so it'll flavor the cabbage and the onions as well. Oh my gracious, that smells good. And they've done a good job smoking it and I can smell that hickory smoke coming out. Now, if you don't have andouille, smoked sausage is fine. Pulsa kielbasa is fine. You could use vegetarian if that's what you like. You can use hog jowl, chopped hog jowl. You can use cubed bacon. Or you can leave the meat completely out. It's up to you. Okay, and sausages are looking a little brown. of that oil. That's seasoning from the sausage coming out. Now it'll get easier to stir because the cabbage will wilt down. And I'm telling you, this is going to be good, y'all. I absolutely love to make fried cabbage. Like I said, be prepared, keep on the lookout. There's always going to be cabbage trying to abandon the pan. You just toss them right back in. I wish y'all were here to smell this. This is absolutely amazing. Let me scoop y'all up a little closer. There you go. It's not quite as bright. Now the way I fix my fried cabbage might not be the way somebody else's is like. There's so many different variations of fried cabbage. And you can see that it's starting to wilt down really good. As you can see, a lot of that oil has started to disappear up into the cabbage. And of course the cabbage will release it later on, but it's not going to be near as oily as you think. Just like this, it's going to be a side dish for dinner tonight. I have Parmesan encrusted herb chicken, guys, in the oven, and macaroni and cheese, y'all. Yep, eating good tonight. Okay. And like I said, y'all, if you've watched me for any amount of time, I usually don't measure. I'm going to hand measure for y'all so you know what the recipe is. And this is dried oregano leaves. I'm going to use about a teaspoon. And you always want to crush the leaves as you add them because it will release the oils. Oh my gracious, it smells good. And of course, me being me, there's got to be some garlic. That's a really good, healthy teaspoon, at least, of garlic powder. Now, if you want to, you can use fresh minced garlic. Last time, I used the dehydrated minced garlic. That turned out good, y'all. Oh, that smells good. I want some black pepper in there. Black pepper to taste. Your taste. Maybe about a quarter teaspoon, half a teaspoon. Like I warn everyone, I don't like bland food. Now sometimes, like I did now, I'll use black pepper. Other times, I'll use white pepper. It's whatever I have on hand at that moment. The black pepper was already sitting here. So I grabbed it. And that smells so good. Maybe a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to use a whole lot of salt in here because of something I'm fixing to add. Now, I know a lot of people are allergic to it and don't use soy products. I rarely ever use soy products, once in a little while. And then everybody and their grandma has told me about this stuff. Apparently it's GMO-free soy. It's supposed to be like a soy sauce. I tasted it because I'm going to taste it before I use it. It tasted okay. That's maybe a tablespoon. I don't want a whole lot in it. Oh, I can smell that. You don't want to, unless you like soy sauce, you could add more. I just want a hint of the flavor. Or you can choose to leave it out. That's fine. keep letting it cook till those thicker parts look translucent. Let me tell you, it smells good. I'm hoping that liquid aminos is actually good. I am thankful that it's GMO free. Because most of everything else pertaining to soy is not. And for those who have never cooked fried cabbage, you can see how easy it is. It's almost done. Simple, easy, homemade fried meal. Because it's good, in my book, it's a home meal in itself. You got your meat, and you got your vegetables. Oh. I absolutely love homemade fried cabbage. I love cabbage. I love kimchi. I love sauerkraut, boiled cabbage, fried cabbage, stewed cabbage, baked cabbage. Cut it up into like steak sections, grill it on the grill. Of course on aluminum foil. That way you can season it and get a little moisture built up in it. Well, I'm going to call that done because it's going to continue to cook for a while here. But look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And once it cools down just a little bit, I'll bring you back for a taste. See you here in a bit. Okay, it has cooled down some. I'm not going to try a whole lot because I want to save room for it for dinner. Look at how beautiful that fried cabbage is. I've been waiting for this. I really have. Oh my gracious, that's good. One more bite. Simple, easy, delicious. Let me wipe my mouth. I gotta get another roll of paper towels. Now, don't look like I messed with the lip gloss. Simple, easy, homemade, and yes, you can make it as well. And it's delicious, y'all. I love fried cabbage. And like I said, you can improvise on what you use ingredient-wise. And I'll have the ingredients that I used listed in the description box below the video. I hope you get a chance to make fried cabbage as well, because this is home cooking comfort food right here, and I am happy as can be about it. I look forward to seeing y'all in my next video. Stay safe and sound, y'all. Continue to prep and put back food Stock your pantries, stock your medicine cabinets, stock your, protection, stock your fishing supplies, you name it. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Y'all take care. May you each be blessed. I'll see you soon.